Hey YouTube, it's Finger11 Yo, as you see, there's still hair algae. What I did today is I worked and I borrowed a par meter from my boss. Put it underneath the lights, and at the very top, it was only reading 560 as the par level. So it's a big wake-up call for me. I realize now my acros aren't getting enough light. It's probably the cause for hair algae. It's a really important video for me, and I'm gonna explain to you guys why. As many of you know, I work at a coral farm called Reef Systems in New Albany, Ohio. We work with Ohio State, The Ohio State University, Georgia University, a college in China, and my boss, and they're called 4Coral because there's 4 of them. They have a research project going on inside of Reef Systems. It's 3 months out of the whole year for 4 years. They have corals from all over the world, and basically they're studying how greenhouse gases and the warming of our climate is going to affect corals over the next 50 years. And it's really interesting. One of the reasons they chose Reef Systems is because they can't have anything affecting their data but the stuff they're studying. So they can't have pH or any other problems inside the aquarium, or else it can affect how the corals grow, and it can affect bleaching. Can't have any nitrates. So they came to us because we do run our tanks bare bottom. And it is the best way for hobbyists that are really into the hobby and have time to do lots of water changes and suck up detritus like there. I have my pump set up, and I basically kept on adjusting the knob on the MP40 until I found a point where all the detritus settled in one spot in this side of the tank. Come over here, it's no detritus. So I get it so it's all in one side of the tank. Then I do a big water change and I suck it all out. Basically, the reason I'm getting algae is because I've been so caught up with work and school lately that I haven't been doing enough or big enough water changes. And it really affected my system. And as you know, the RO unit I had was bad, and my rock soaked up some of the phosphates, so I have to do bigger water changes than most bare bottom people do, just so I can get some of those phosphates out of my system that the rock absorbed and is now leaching back into the tank. And it's a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie, me making the mistake I did. Just make sure you always test your water, never use tap water, nothing like that. And so I took my lights off, I took them into Reef Systems, used the par meter. So my lights aren't really good enough for my tank. I mean, it's 2 150s, brand new bulbs, and 2 96-watt power compacts. And right underneath the halights, it's only 550, and then if you go a little bit back, it's only 100. So it's a big wake-up call for me. I'm gonna start saving all my money, and by the end of this summer, I want to have LEDs. I know that's a big stretch, but considering in the fund I just started today, I set up an account. I only have $5 right now, and I'm gonna start building up, saving money, and hopefully soon I'll be able to get these LEDs. In the meantime, I'm gonna try to keep buying corals on a minimum. If I do buy them, they're probably gonna be LPS or softies, just because for me to keep acros, I have to put them directly under my halite. So if you're getting a 75-gallon tank and you have this lighting, if you're looking for lights, do not get this fixture. We have an ATI fixture at Reef Systems that puts out way more light than this 150 metal halide does. If you want to go with T5s, go with ATI. They have an electric ballast. It's not like the general workhorse ballast that you'll get in most fixtures. So it puts out a lot more light than other lights. So it's pretty good. Another reason for my algae was, if you see my auto top off there, sorry about that, this phone call. If you see my auto top off float valve there, my tubing came a little bit loose and it started to drip onto the plywood. I had plywood with the auto top off that it was screwed into. If you go back to some of my other videos, you can see that. And it was rotting the plywood, and the plywood was falling into the tank, and it was causing phosphates also. So a couple things I had to fix on this system, and I'm gonna keep you up to date. I'm gonna try getting this system back on track and getting it to look like it did. Another thing is, my lights were at 550 before I cleaned the glass, so I cleaned the glass right after. Hopefully that'll increase the par. I probably should have checked after I cleaned the glass, but on the halides, but I forgot. Another reason for this video is I heard that someone on YouTube, I forget who it was, that I'm subscribed to, they mentioned that they won't listen to anyone, or they'll listen to people's opinions, but they won't really use it unless if it's coming from a legible source saying scientist or whatever, marine biologist, he said. And at Reef Systems, I mean, we're working with Ohio State and Georgia University marine biologists almost daily, coming in, and we learn from them, they learn from us about how to set up the tanks. They know, China knows mostly the chemistry side of it. Georgia and the Ohio State University know almost all of the biology side of it. And if you want to check out how this experiment's going, you can go on reefsystems.com. I'll post the link in the description. And so this is a big wake-up call for me. It's Finger 11 Yo, and I'm out. Hey YouTube, this is Finger 11 Yo. One quick thing I forgot to mention was that I'm not doing this video for any sort of money. Actually, I'm not even working at Reef Systems for money right now. I'm just volunteering there just to learn. I mean, I learn every day that I'm out there, and I just wanted to get that through. Didn't want to mix anything up. I didn't want you guys to think, oh, he works there, he just is trying to advertise so he gets paid. But no, I'm not getting paid anything for this video. My boss doesn't even actually watch my videos, just because I haven't told him about it. I mean, it's not really, I don't know, it's not really that I'm proud of my videos, but I'm not gonna go around saying, oh, check out my videos, they're the best. I mean, he taught me everything I know, so this is all his, this is all what he does, and I'm just trying to base my system off of what he does. So I just wanted to get that through to you guys. I didn't want you guys to think I was getting paid for this. And so yeah, there's one other thing I wanted to mention, that Reef Systems is in a greenhouse. We are really trying to be as green as possible. and we have 6 2,000-gallon vats, and we're actually adding a 7th. And in each of those systems, we have anywhere from 500 to 1,000 pieces of coral, I think is what it was. And then for sumps, we have 300-gallon sumps, and we have 2,000 to 3,000 pounds of live rock at any given time that we sell there. We sell dry rock. I really want, even if you don't live in Ohio, I'd really encourage you to check out the website. We don't really sell much online. We do sell some online in case you're interested, but really check out the website to see what's going on there. Really, I'm just trying to get through that. It is a pretty legible source. You can see how the experiment's going with Ohio State and Georgia, and you can see how everything's set up, and it really helps you understand the hobby. I mean, sure, I have algae, but my growth and my corals is phenomenal. I mean, I thought I killed this hammer coral. That top part, I don't know if that was in my last video. I sucked it up and there was no polyps at all there. And they've already grown back and almost to the size of these. And that's a week's time. That's unbelievable growth. I contribute that to automatic dosing, auto top off, and reef crystals. Bare bottom helps keep the nitrates down. Since I've had bare bottom, I've never had nitrates show up on a test kit. I've used multiple test kits. I actually have some test kits, and then I've taken them into fish stores, making sure I haven't been doing anything wrong. But yeah, so this is Finger 11 Yell, and I'm out.